Okay, so welcome to this week's review video for week 4 project. It's Brandon Scholander. So to start off, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the difficulties of the week, and to be surprised myself, I really didn't have any with this week's stuff since I was playing catch up the past 2 weeks. Kind of struggled through the material, but making sure that I had everything caught up and giving myself a couple days to take care of this, I really didn't have any issues. It's fairly straightforward to go through in terms of laying it out for the page itself. So here's the contact page of my site for my inspiration. And there were a few things that I wasn't able to recreate, like the exact shadowing behind these elements here. And the look of the contrast between this background color or the shadows maybe that they put on it and the white right here in each of these sections. So I didn't quite hit all that, and as you'll see here, I had no problem getting a workable Google map in here. Just went on, Googled how to do it, and then they took you to a place that gives you the code for it. So it was pretty cool. Very simple. And then, as you can see, like I didn't know how to properly recreate. So you can see I have just a completely different type of shadowing in the box areas here. So a little bit different there. But for the most part, I was actually extremely surprised at how easy it was for me to get this to look maybe not exact, but close to exact and or similar. So I felt really good about that. And then let's go back to the code here and look at the CSS. So for the CSS this week, I decided to just section it off in its own little area. So that way, I mean, even though it's under the footer and the footer shared with the two of them, it's just a lot easier to know where my stuff was and what I did instead of having to dive through things. And I wish I would have actually done this at the beginning of the start. I had this all intermixed. Granted, it was all still in one section here like that, but it was in the middle of all that, so I had to find it properly, cut it out, and bring it down here. But I did the best I could with just trying to hit all the areas I needed properly, and I feel like I did that really well. For a while, I struggled with I had a border around this whole form, and I couldn't find it to save my life. And finally, I just went back and looked at the code in the HTML and was like, where was it? Oh, it's down here. So I realized that there was a field set outside of this contact form. And so the form itself, I was thinking this was how I was gonna find it, and I couldn't find it that way, and I ended up finding it by double checking and seeing that there was a separate field set, and that was bordering the whole thing, and so I went and found it and was able to remove it. Form field set right there, border none. So that was fun. I'm not gonna lie, that took like 30 minutes of my life. So all in all, I feel really, really good about this project. And in terms of, see, as you can see, like the contrast here between that and what mine looks like, not exactly the same. I didn't get the same height on the message thing as well. But at this point, my brain's fried, and I've been working on this for plenty of hours. So I'm not going to nitpick myself. I think it looks pretty good, and I'll go ahead and just leave that as is. I enjoyed the class, and I hope that this is good enough to can keep me in a passing grade. If not, honestly, I'll still be happy to see you next month. So, um, take it easy and have a good evening.